Hi, my dear students. Here you have a grammar review video about getting started on Unit 1 of your students book, okay? Because remember, we have the exam in a few days, so it is important to see it. First of all, we are going to talk about present simple and present continuous tenses, which are in the Getting Started unit. Remember the uses, okay? Present simple. Remember that it was used to talk about routines, okay? And that's very important because we use this tense a lot. And remember that to use this tense, we have to use sometimes some frequency adverbs such as always, never, usually, often, sometimes, and there are some of them more, but these ones are the more important, I think. So, remember that there are some activities which often goes with present simple tense. For example, have a shower. I understand you have a shower with certain regularity, or at least I hope that. So, it is a routine. You can say he often has a shower at 3 o'clock. For example, okay? And then we have present continuous tense, which is used to talk about actions in progress, which is very important too. Because if we want to talk about an action that we are doing right now, it is a present continuous tense. It is not a routine. And we have some keywords, for example, at the moment, now, or right now, today, okay? For instance, watch TV. The children are watching TV now. Okay? As it is an action that children are doing now, it is a present continuous tense, okay? And remember the structure, which is also very important. In affirmative form, we use the verb, and when the subject is a third person singular, it means he, she, or it. We write the verb with s or es, depending on the ending of the word. To form the negative, we add do or does. Again, does is used with he, she, it, plus not plus the verb, or don't or doesn't. Okay, it doesn't matter. And the question. Remember the formula. And here the auxiliary verb is do or does. And the verb goes equal in the same way. We don't add any s or es as in the negative form. Okay. For example, here we have 3 sentences. The first one, he has a shower every day. He doesn't have a shower every day. Does he have a shower every day? Pay attention to that because here we have has, but here we have. Why? Because doesn't indicates that the verb tense is a present simple. Okay? So you don't have to write has, just have. Okay? Perfect. And in the present continuous, we write is or are. It means to be verb plus the verb ending in ing. So it is very important not to forget the ing, because if you don't write the ing, it is wrong and I cannot punctuate that, okay? So you have to be careful. In the negative form, we use is or are to plus not plus the verb ending in ing. It's very easy. And the question is almost the same that in the present simple tense, but the auxiliary verb changes. The auxiliary verb is or are, and the verb ending is ing. Okay? For instance, they are watching TV right now. They aren't watching TV right now. Are they watching TV right now? Okay? It's quite easy. And then remember in Unit 1, we have seen past simple and past continuous tenses. First of all, past simple. It is used to talk about finished actions in the past. It means we started this action in the past and we ended the action also in the past. And some keywords that may help you to distinguish between the tenses are yesterday, ago, and last. Okay? Then we have past continuous, which is used to talk about actions in progress in the past. It is also very important. It is like the present continuous tense, but in the past. Okay? If you translate the sentences into Spanish, it may help you too. And the keywords, the problem here is that the keywords are almost the same that in past simple tense, but with a more marked time. For example, he was watching TV yesterday at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, in a concrete point of the past, an action was in progress. Okay, so I think you can see it better with these other explanations here. The structure of the past simple. It is important to know the irregular verbs list, because if you don't know the verbs, you cannot pass the exam, of course. Because in the past simple tense, in affirmative, we need the verb ending in id if it is regular, but if the verb is irregular, we have to know the second column of the irregular verb. So if you haven't passed the previous exam about irregular verbs, you have to study. Although I recommend all of you to study the list, because remember that your marks have go down, okay? So you have to improve. And in the negative, we have to write did plus not plus the verb, and the verb is the same. For example, didn't know. Okay? And in the interrogative, pay attention to the auxiliary verb which is did, and the verb again goes equal. Some examples could be, she won the match yesterday. Won, it is an irregular verb from win. Okay? The second page of the irregular verbs list. She didn't win the match yesterday. Here, as we have didn't here, you don't have to conjugate the verb win, because the past mark is in didn't. And then the question, did she win the match yesterday? Again, the verb goes the same way as you found it in the dictionary. And then past continuous tense. Here we have to write was or were, okay, verb to be, plus the verb ending in ing. Remember that, because it is also very important. The negative form, we add not after the was or were. It means was, were, plus not, plus verb ending in ing. And the interrogative, pay attention to the auxiliary verb, because the auxiliary verb is the verb to be in the past. So was or were plus subject plus the verb ending in ing. Don't forget the ing, please, because it is wrong. So when you finish the exam, I recommend you to have a look at all the exercises and pay attention to possible mistakes, okay? And here we have some examples. We were studying when the phone rang. We weren't studying when the phone rang. Were we studying when the phone rang? Okay, it is very important, because pay attention to this. We were studying, it means we were doing an action when another action interrupted our action. It means we were studying. Imagine, you were studying the English exam, and suddenly your mobile phone starts ringing. So you have to stop studying and answer your phone, okay? And then remember that we studied also the used to, which means solía. So it is used to talk about past routines. For instance, when I was 15 years old, I used to play football, okay? I had the routine of playing football. And the structure is very simple because we write used to plus the verb, and the verb is written the same way we find it in the dictionary. The negative, did plus not or didn't, plus used to plus the verb in the same way. Pay attention to this because here we have used to without the. Why? Because did is past, so we don't need the id ending to mark a past time, okay? And then we have the question. The auxiliary verb again is did, subject, and then we write used to without the. Please pay attention to this and remember it. And then we write the verb in the same way. Okay? For instance, you used to play video games. You didn't used to play video games. Did you used to play video games? Okay? It is quite easy, so don't worry about that. And we have done all the review. So I see you in the exam, and I hope this video helped you to study. If you have any doubt, you can ask me by email or by Google Classroom, okay? Or in class. Okay, so good luck, and please try to study.